What's up, everybody? Wellness Week Live. I'm here. I'm Anthony, the DJ from New Jersey. That's my co-host on this episode. Wellness Week Magnus, PhD in biochem from California. How's it
What's
going,
up,
Magnus?
guys?
So let's talk about. I know this is crazy, but if you were gonna have an alien that landed in on the Earth, and this alien wanted to have type 2 diabetes, I don't know why anybody would want that, but it seems like most of America does. So what would you have to do to get type 2 diabetes? Now, we're not talking about type 1 where you're born with and it's just bad luck. It's not your fault. But type 2 diabetes, how, and we shouldn't joke, but honestly, it's really a serious matter. But,
So,
yeah.
yeah, so these are the things that you should avoid that we're saying that we're
You should
pointing
do
out
these
right
things.
now.
Yeah, you should do
Yeah,
these things. So if you want to
yeah,
have type 2 diabetes, which will give you a greater chance of cancers and heart disease, and actually, it'll also give you a greater chance of whatchamacallit.
amputation.
Well, no, yeah, that too. But no, it'll give you a greater chance for what do they call Alzheimer's, actually.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah, for
they
sure.
call Alzheimer's type 3 diabetes. Anyway, so
Yep,
I would
yep.
say number one, you have to eat a lot of white flour products. So pretzels, bread, cake, cookies, and you have to tell yourself, oh, once in a while, which means basically every day.
Yeah,
So
sugar. It's sugar as well.
all your candy and all that stuff,
Yeah,
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 whatever.
of course.
Alcohol would help you
Soda,
get type 2 diabetes.
soda.
Soda,
Okay.
iced tea, lemonades,
Yep.
the nice sugary, milky drinks from the cafes. So that would be key. And then the other part, Matt, what one would you say,
So,
Magnus?
so I would say just rub right into it. Smoking. Yeah,
Well,
you
yeah,
do a lot of
smoking would
smoking.
help
It's
you, yeah.
also a great way of increasing the risk of getting type 2 diabetes.
Yeah, vaping, smoking is a great one. Alcohol. I would say the other one is, and this is really key, is sit as much as possible. Like, don't do shit. Really just sit as much as possible.
Yeah,
So,
physical inactivity for sure. Like,
yeah, don't
yeah,
do shit. Don't do shit.
because
Don't do
it
shit.
like then your body is still it's not moving around. You're not
Yeah.
getting
Don't walk every day. Don't
you're
get
not
up.
in the glucose, like the glycogen into your muscles or anything like that where
Right.
you want to store it. Yeah.
Right.
And another thing what I would do is have horrendous sleep patterns. So
Yes.
sleep too little.
Don't get 8 hours of sleep. Get like 4 hours,
Definitely
5
not.
hours. Right.
You should even like probably work shift work as well too, so you're constantly up and down, back and forth, and don't have like a set routine.
Yeah, I would also say this one. This is kind of tricky because obviously you would need metformin, the sugar pills to help you out. But I think taking the medicines that the doctor is going to prescribe you, take medicine, because then you get a false sense of security, and then you eat more stuff, you sit more, and then you need more medicine, and then you eat more, sit more, and you need more medicine. So
Yeah.
the medicine would help you actually become even more and more diabetic, because the doctor will have to increase the dosages every year because you feel like you're invincible now and you can just do whatever. So you would need to definitely go on meds to give yourself the false sense of security so you can further hurt yourself.
Yep. For sure. I mean, it's the same thing. It usually leads that one pharmaceutical drugs leads to several others and so on. And again, like we're talking about this before, don't you like not giving a damn trying to fix the actual source of the problems. You
Right.
just keep on, like you said, you keep on going, things like that. Another thing that I would like to add would be have a lot of high stress levels too.
Right.
Worry about things you cannot control, blame everything on everybody
That
else,
was my next one.
so on. So you constantly under stress. Watch a lot of news. That's usually a good thing too to get stressed out and feel like you have zero control over your life.
Yeah, I was gonna say blame people. So I would say if you want type 2 diabetes, it's important to make sure you point the finger at, the country, your family, bad genetic. It's never your fault. So you always have to make sure don't take responsibility. It's always somebody else's fault. The reason why you are where you are.
Yeah, yeah. The genetic parts, yeah, definitely. Like there's definitely like if your family has had a history of type 2 diabetes, don't worry at all. Just keep on chugging away like the same way that they like like other generations have done, and not care about your health or anything like that. So because it's usually there's definitely a genetic component to it as well.
Yeah. No, yeah. Well, not to go down this rabbit hole, but
But
I would say when people say, because my mother says that, she's like, "Oh, we have type 2 diabetes in our family." I'm like, "No, we don't actually." So I would say it's not genetic, but it can be family oriented because you eat the way your family eats, you live the way your family lives. But I don't. It's not. You correct me if I'm wrong, but it's not
and
genetic like type 1 is.
no, 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 no. It's just that certain like
The way you
certain
live.
no, oh yes, certain genes also have a little bit predisposed to actually have type 2 diabetes. But it comes down to this thing too. If you're not like trying to change your lifestyle for the better and reduce the risk, you will probably have a higher like risk of getting it anyway. So, but again,
But your
though
wife fight back though. Why even try? Yeah, I get it.
yeah. So, but like again, like you said, with the blame thing before too, like blame that. Oh well, I'm not gonna be able to not have it, so I might as well just continue enjoying myself and ruin your body and increase the risk of having type 2 diabetes even more.
Yeah, I would also say you have to throw away. Don't think about your children. Don't think about your family. Don't think about anybody else. Just keep
Yeah, be like again, it becomes
yeah,
be
keep
kind of
destroying
like
yourself because
keep
if you
keep
yeah
keep 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 taking your active choices of not caring about your health and continue like splurging because of course the fast food joint that you love now they have a new food item that is even worse than the other ones with even more like uh, crappy carbohydrates and saturated fats because that's what you should continue chugging down. So make sure that your type 2 diabetes continues.
yeah. So there you go, folks. That's how you get type 2 diabetes and keep it.
So a couple of things that when it comes down to it, we should probably say that like if you're looking at trying to reduce your risk of getting type 2 diabetes, do basically the polar opposite. So making active choice in what you're eating,
Yeah,
eating healthy, eating a lot of whole foods, and making sure that you, after you have a meal, like go out for a walk, maybe just 10, 15 minutes, but you're helping with your digestion.
yeah,
You're helping to get the glycogen into your stored in your muscles and so on. So you actually have a better insulin sensitivity, which we want. We want to be sensitive towards insulin. So because that's what helps us
yeah.
doing all these
Right, right,
processes
right, right,
better.
right. Yeah. No, I mean,
Active choices.
sage advice, Magnus. So there you have it, folks. It's no joke, type 2 diabetes. I mean, but hey, that's what I think you have. And
It's
when we're
honest.
saying it like this to really shed light on it, you should, to help you out. Actually, it's not to make fun of or joke, but
No, it sucks. This disease actually sucks.
oh,
We
my
there
half of
was
my
basic
family has it.
there were basically very few people that had type 2 diabetes before. Like me growing up, there was like it's unheard of. Like it was even called fatty liver disease, right?
Yeah, fatty liver. Yeah.
Uh, and all these things is like it's active choice. We can do better, and it's basically reversible as well too.
Oh, of course,
Like
type 2 is yeah.
yeah, so it's important to understand, and like you said, it's also important. It's so much like happening if you have type 2 diabetes. It's easier to get Alzheimer's, and your brain is starting to suffer
Oh yeah,
and get
that's why
injured.
it's
So that's why it's so important. Like we need to stop this, and
yeah,
we need to start doing better, and that comes down to individual active choices of I'm not going to continue doing this.
yeah, yeah.
It
All right.
needs to stop.
Well said, Magnus. All right, folks, tell us what you think. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We got more stuff coming up. Magnus, thank you, buddy.
Later, guys.
All right,
Bye,
we're out of here. Five,
Anthony.
four, three, two, one. Bye.